It is our pleasure now to introduce our guest. There's a whole lot going on in the Kansas area this weekend, certainly in Lawrence surrounding Saturday's game, and especially with the BYU Alumni Association. So it's our pleasure to welcome the BYU Alumni Chair there in the Midwest, helping to coordinate everything, Judge Brooktynn Blood. Welcome to the Wise Guys. It's so good to have you with us. Good evening.
Oh, fun. Hi. Hello from the Midwest.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you. So your chapter back there of the Alumni Association, Judge, like what does it encompass? How much of the Midwest do you cover as the alumni chair there?
So I'm actually the alumni chair for the Omaha region.
Okay.
And this tailgate is an effort for a lot of the Midwest regions. There's actually no alumni chapter in the Lawrence area. Wichita was just organized as an alumni chapter a week ago. So they haven't had any time to plan anything, but this is an effort. This tailgate effort represents people from Lincoln, Nebraska, Omaha, Des Moines, St. Louis, Kansas City, and I think that's it.
That's
so
a pretty big
those
group.
6 chapters.
What did you say? That's just it. That's
just
a
it,
big,
yeah.
That's a big geographic area. But that's just
Well,
it.
One thing that's so fun though is Midwest fans travel. Like we are in the middle of America, and we kind of are close to everything, but far from everything. So we just travel. So if it's within a day's drive, the Midwest will be there. And I think you'll see a lot of that. You'll see a lot of us on Saturday.
How excited is everybody to have the Cougars coming your way?
Oh, so excited. We're so excited. I mean, for us in Omaha, it's 3.5 hours away, and we were thrilled when they announced it. Like we were, we drive to Toledo for games from Omaha. We had a lot of our local fans at the Arkansas game. So Midwest travels.
That's awesome. How many BYU fans do you expect to be in that stadium? We know the stadium seats 47,000. How many are going to be Cougar fans in that facility this Saturday?
Well, I know that we've sold out of our ticket allotment. I know that BYU had their ticket allotment, but I know from as we were selling our tickets that a lot of people were buying them on the secondary market. And so I don't know. I'd like to think, I told my husband yesterday that I thought there'd be about 20,000 BYU fans.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, half? Really? I'm like, oh yeah, easy. Probably not 20,000, but we think there might be. So,
well, I know folks are excited, and there are a lot of activities. There's a fundraiser or a service project around all these kind of games, not fundraiser. So tell us some of the details that fans heading that way can anticipate.
Okay, we're going to start the evening or the weekend off with a literacy night. Our Cougs Care Service Project is with Lawrence Public Schools, their Native American Student Services. And we are collecting books for them at the tailgate party, and we have an Amazon wish list, and the books have been, and if people buy from the wish list, they go directly to Native American Student Services. And our partner there at Lawrence Public Schools has been receiving shipments of books for the past 2 weeks. And we're going to kick off the weekend then with a literacy night on Friday at Billy Mills Middle School. This is specifically for the Native American students in Lawrence, Kansas. And we're going to have Cosmo and the cheer squad there. Baby J is going to be there. We're going to have a hoop dancer doing a cultural dance presentation. Some athletes from Haskell Indian University are going to be there reading books to the kids. So it's our service project has been very much a collaborative effort between departments at University of Kansas, at BYU, and with Lawrence Public Schools, and even Haskell. So it's been a really fantastic opportunity to introduce ourselves and to show them what BYU is about and what our fans are about.
With all the pub that BYU alumni got with the food donations over in Fayetteville, and I'm sure you saw some of that. There's a lot of momentum for the team on the field, but for alumni to make a difference in these road venues.
Absolutely. We saw a bump in tickets and a bump in donations after that win. So thank you, football team, for winning and getting everyone excited. And thank you, fans, for pitching in and making this a success already.
Yeah, and BYU's getting a great reputation for these service projects everywhere they go. It's fantastic. What about on game day? What's going on game day on Saturday? Is there a tailgate or things?
Oh, yeah, there is a tailgate. So our tailgate, we have like the perfect sequence of events for tailgate, I think, but our tailgate party starts at 11:30 at Watson Park. Watson Park is actually located right across the street from a parking garage that is a designated game day parking garage, and it's free parking. And outside of the parking garage, there's a shuttle that will take you to the game. So fans who have a ticket for the tailgate party can come and get food. But if you don't have a ticket for the tailgate party, we still want you to come. There's going to be plenty of activities. We'll have lots of people from lots of departments from BYU who are going to be there, lots of fans who are going to be there. The BYU store will be there with an opportunity to purchase the coolest BYU Big 12 gear. So we would love, we've made it very easy for all of the fans from BYU who are going to be in town to stop by the tailgate, even if you didn't purchase a ticket. And again, I want to reiterate that we want to see you there.
So look for the Royal shirts.
That's right.
Assembling in mass.
Well, look for the BYU Royal shirts. I don't know what the Kansas fans are going to be wearing, but yeah, we'll be, again, it's Watson Park at 11:30. We'll be going till about 1:30. Please come.
That's good stuff. Hey, Judge, did you ever think in your wildest imagination that BYU would be in the Big 12 at some point, closer to where you are and where all these Midwestern fans are?
Never. I mean, from Nebraska, I would have hoped the Big 10, but Big 12, when they announced Big 12, my family, a lot of us live here in Nebraska. We were born and raised here, and we're thrilled because, like I said, we travel to go to these away games, and the idea of having them in Iowa, in Kansas, in Oklahoma, like we'll go easy.
That's awesome. Let's talk football now.
Okay.
What's the keys to victory on Saturday?
Well, my husband said that Slovis has to get the ball to Rex. That's what he told me.
He's a wise man.
No, I thought, just get the ball, use the runners, get it to Martin. I mean, I think we've seen the players that we can rely on, and let's rely on them and let everyone step up. The fans are going to be there for them. And also we were telling my kids too that the fans in Kansas are going to be a big part of the team, just cheering the team to victory and giving the Kansas players a dose of what it's like to play in Provo.
Oh, I'm telling you, there's something about the energy that you can get when you're on the road and your fans are having a stadium takeover, and there's something very demoralizing when you're the home team and something bad happens or something good happens for your opponent, and you actually can feel it and hear it in the stadium. It's like, what is going on here? Are we not at home right now? So the fans have a big impact. That'll be great. So she says maybe 20,000. But I mean,
I could be off.
Hey,
don't quote me on that. Quote me on it. I don't care.
No, we'd take 10,000, and that would be great. And 10,000 would absolutely be heard. That would be really fun.
Judge, we've got 5 questions for you that we ask everyone who comes on our show. And then we'll let you get on with your night. We so appreciate you stopping in with us. But before Blaine starts with the first one, we got to ask because we're alums and we're proud of what everyone does. But if I'm in some trouble and I come into your courtroom and I got to face Judge Blood, which I think is an awesome name for a judge, do I even have a chance? What kind of response have you gotten from people going, "What? I got to go see Judge Blood"?
Well, it is an intimidating name. I give you that. If you come before me in court, you just better be prepared.
Oh, and that's what she tells. That's what she tells. So did you do law school at BYU as well?
I did. I graduated in 2008. I come from a family of lawyers and a family of judges. So
really?
It's the family business.
Yeah, that's it. I have an attorney in the family, but my son went to the University of Virginia to law school.
Okay. And my family practices tribal law and in the tribal courts. So chances are you may not make it to our tribal court. And if you did, then you've probably done something pretty bad. So
yeah, if you're in tribal court, you are a big trouble, dude.
Facing
Judge Blood. And that's only because my authority is limited. So
well, we're proud of you.
Yeah,
I think it's
very much
fantastic.
so. And by the way, Les Namanga, who is down in Santa Fe, he's been making a lot of comments while you've been on and mentioned some of the great things that are going on. And and talks about how Big 12 country, there's a lot of Native American nations in Big 12 country and how excited he is.
No, Big 12 country is Indian country.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was one of the reasons why we wanted to pick this, like why I wanted to pick the service project. I wanted to help because I wanted a seat at the table. And if I was going to have a seat at the table, I wanted to be an advocate for the tribal communities and tribal members that are in Big 12 country. So I was happy to help facilitate this service project. All of the books on our wish list for the service project feature Indigenous themes and Indigenous characters, because we really want the students that are receiving these books to see themselves in the literature. So that's how come we've got that wish list that we're pushing.
Very cool.
Special list.
And that stays long after the football team leaves. And so what a great weekend to jump on that opportunity.
Thanks for that. Les says thanks for that. By the way, Les is a world famous Native American artist based in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's a huge Cougar fan. So
I hope I get to meet him one day.
Yep, that'd be really cool.
Maybe in Kansas.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Let's get to the game, would you? All right, 5 questions. Here we go, Judge.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Your favorite sports movie?
A League of Their Own.
Oh, wow. With Madonna in it.
Well, Gina Davis. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I like
Gina
the high
Davis.
ones.
Yep, there you go.
Tom Hanks was the coach, right? Wasn't he?
Right.
Yeah.
Tom
He
Hanks?
was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal. So, favorite singer or band?
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly
Hey,
Clarkson.
were you at Stadium of Fire when she performed a few years back?
No, because I live in Omaha.
No, that's true.
her performances where she does the song medleys at the American Music Awards are nuts. Like I can't.
No, she's
I cannot
amazing.
believe how talented she is. So.
She's amazing. She's my favorite.
So, hey, and by the way, Les says one other thing to you. He loves your earrings, by the way.
Yes, representing.
Yep, there you go. So, favorite breakfast cereal?
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Yes, I love it.
What's the point of breakfast if you can't have Lucky Charms?
So I
Exactly.
tell people this and I think I'm crazy, but if I have Lucky Charms, I eat all the oats part first or whatever that stuff is, and I save the charms for like 3 really good charms bites at the end.
The best for last.
Thank you. Okay, your favorite ice cream?
My favorite is Graham Canyon. Every time I go to Provo, I have to stop at the creamery for a scoop of Graham Canyon.
Very
Graham
popular over
Canyon.
there.
Nothing like it anywhere else.
Graham Canyon.
Excellent.
All right, here's the last
This
one.
is the big one. Your favorite BYU memory?
Hands down, the BYU Nebraska game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Dave and I were there. I'm sure you were there.
Where were you sitting?
Well, we were actually right behind you. At the time, one of my law school classmates was a coach, Coach Atuaya, and
Marky.
he gave my family like that entire front row of tickets. And so we were right there for the catch. We were there with all 7 of my brothers and sisters, my dad and my mom.
That's
and it was
great.
amazing.
That's fantastic.
That's
What a
so
moment.
cool.
The best part though was we had this sign. I don't even remember what it said, but it was a sign that kept being shown on the camera, and someone asked their friend there to go talk to us about paying us $20 to take the sign down because they hated it so much. And they kept getting, it was something like #moo. I don't know, but we're trying to recreate a sign for Kansas. So.
That's
yeah.
great. Hey,
Looking
one
for
thing that
ideas.
we noted when Dave and I were there, the Nebraska fans are great fans. We wish they were
great.
still in the Big 12 like the old days with Oklahoma as a big rival, but they were very gracious. They were phenomenally good hosts. And we said, hey, we could take a lesson from Nebraska. I think BYU are great hosts as well.
Right.
We noticed that at Notre Dame. When somebody's a great host, you notice, and kudos to Nebraska and the people in Nebraska for how
You know what they
how
call
good they are.
Nebraska fans, like their attitude? It's called Nebraska nice.
Yep.
Nebraska nice.
Well,
It's got a term, Nebraska nice.
we
So-
definitely experienced that. And what was fun was Arkansas's fans this week, we were talking about it earlier before you came on, Judge, they felt like they had a debt of gratitude to pay back to BYU because they felt they were treated Provo nice when they were in Provo last year. And so they wanted to return that favor, and we've had nothing but great feedback on how BYU fans were treated at Arkansas in return for how they were treated on the road last year.
Amazing. And I hope that all the fans that go down to Kansas know that when Kansas comes to Provo, that they'll get that same treatment, and BYU fans will reciprocate there in Provo. So go Cougs.
Hey,
So
Judge,
excited.
is there a website that we can pass along where folks who aren't going to the game can still make a contribution to the cause?
Yes, if you go to the BYU tailgate page, you just do a Google search for away game tailgates and click on the Kansas link at the very bottom, it'll have our Amazon wish list. And again, all of those books will be shipped directly to Lawrence Public School Student Services Native Americans.
Fantastic.
Great
One of our
stuff.
great
Susan,
alumni,
thank you.
Judge Brooktynn Blood, helping to oversee alumni events ahead of the Big 12 opener Saturday at Kansas. Judge, thank you. Enjoy
Thanks
the
for joining
game,
us.
and we look forward to crossing paths again down the line.
Oh, I hope so. We'll see you soon. Go Cougs.